Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm talking about something that's been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember, but I only got a name for it in the past 5 years or so. ADHD. Growing up in Nigeria, nobody really knows about ADHD. For me, school was a real struggle. I would get into constant trouble. My parents were frustrated, and honestly, I was just so confused with myself. Teachers would say I knew the answers in class, but when it comes to exams, forget it. I'll get so bored. I'll start daydreaming during the exam, and I'll just completely lose track of time. I'll barely finish my exams, and of course, I wouldn't score very well. Honestly, looking back, I'm still amazed. I managed not just finish secondary school, but I managed to get my bachelor's degree and a master's degree in cloud computing. And because living with ADHD is intense, my attention span can feel like it's less than a second. I can get lost in my own thoughts for hours without even realizing it. It wasn't until 2019 that I even learned about ADHD. And when I read the symptoms, it was like a light bulb went off. Whoa, that's literally me. Yeah, since then, trying to get a diagnosis through the NHS has been a journey. To say the least, it's been hard to even get my GPs to really listen. Now that I've been diagnosed with bipolar, I've spoken to my psychiatrist and nurses about it. Finally, a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago, I think, I got on the waiting list for an ADHD assessment, and I'm still waiting. ADHD has been such a big part of my life, affecting everything. And honestly, everyone who knows about ADHD and knows me, they're like, yeah, that makes total sense. And the symptoms are pretty overwhelming. I finally landed a new job recently, which I'm really excited about. That's why getting this ADHD assessment and finding better ways to manage it is so important to me. I I don't want it to negatively impact this new opportunity because I'm genuinely love it, and I would love to work on this project and just excel at it. I've tried all the things, writing lists, using calendars, but my brain moves so fast. I'll be writing a list, then just get lost in my thought, holding my pen, completely forget what I was writing or other things I wanted to add to the list. My memory is really poor, which is so frustrating to me. So I've been looking online, trying to find strategies that might help before I get diagnosis. And with this new job, one of the first things I would love to do is get a private assessment. I've even looked into right to choose, but it's been discouraging so far. My GPs make this sound so difficult, but I'm learning more about it, how I can actually pursue it, and because I don't know how long I'll have to wait on this NHS waiting list. It's been years of looking at private ADHD assessment places in my city and just not being able to make the call. And because starting tasks is a huge, I find it really difficult, and finishing them as well is so difficult. Um, Sometimes I can force myself to start a task, but then I just get stuck in the middle, especially if I can't clearly see the end goal. But this past year after losing my job, I really pushed myself. I did so many things I've always wanted to do, working on my apps and projects, joining different groups, doing lots of different art, trying different art style, crochet, 3D modeling, 3D printing, and just learning new programming languages, even learning Spanish. It made me realize, hey, maybe I'm not completely useless. It was really, really inspiring. I really inspired myself. So my hope is to finally get my ADHD sorted this year so I can really excel in my new job. I'm even working on an app. It will take me time to finish it because the app is a body doubling app for ADHD, but I'm still in the early stages. I would love to create something that helps me and other people. For me, it's about brain dumping and categorizing those thoughts into different areas of life, like journals, to-do lists, calendars, because just writing things down in a linear way doesn't always work, and I can just lose track of where did I write this. I have so many notebooks that I write stuff in, but I can't remember where I write what, and I can never remember where should I write what notebook am I using for what. Yeah, so that's a bit of my story with trying to get ADHD diagnosis. Thanks for listening, and let me know if any of you can relate to in the comment below, and if you have any tips and suggestions for me. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna be posting every week about not just about my mental health. Sometimes I'm gonna be posting videos about movies and art that I'm working on and like any other things that I enjoy.